Have you ever watched a Christmas special of a TV show only to discover that it's just a couple of characters talking whilst there are a load of clips from earlier shows? Well, Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 does something similar. For the first half of this movie, you could be forgiven for thinking you're watching a cut-down version of the original film. We're told the story of Billy, a serial killer dressed in a Santa costume. As a small boy, he witnessed his parents being murdered by someone dressed as Santa, and then spent the rest of his childhood in a Catholic school, where the importance of punishment was drummed into him. The whole tale is explained to a psychiatrist by Ricky, Billy's younger brother, who also went to the same school. Then finally, Ricky moves on to tell of his own killing spree. None of the people he killed evokes any kind of sympathy whatsoever. He murders a potential rapist, a gangster, a loudmouth in the cinema. At one point he finds a girlfriend. They go to the cinema, where they watch the original Silent Night movie.
Santa Claus was going to town.
I'm not sure whether this is supposed to be ironic or postmodern, or whether it's just another way of lazily recycling footage. It also seems that Ricky is triggered into a rage by the colour red. So how does he not spend his entire life in a psychopathic frenzy? Anyway, before long, Ricky's girlfriend's old flame turns up and starts making a nuisance of himself. So Ricky does the only sensible thing and fries him. Ricky then kills the psychiatrist and goes on another killing spree, having apparently just managed to walk out of the institution unchallenged. He tracks down his old mother superior, who has had a stroke and is now living in retirement. And seriously, has anyone involved in this film ever seen a stroke victim? She looks more like a victim of John Haig, the acid bath killer. Naturally, Ricky murders her before being gunned down by a detective, but in a twist that will surprise no one familiar with slasher movies. The last shot of the film is him turning out to be alive after all. The recycled nature of the first half of this film comes across as unbelievably cheap and lazy. And by the time you reach the new stuff, you wonder if it was actually worth the wait. Ricky himself displays absolutely no personality whatsoever. In fact, most of the kinds of slashers who wear masks and never speak display more character. Everyone else in this film is either utterly unlikable or a bland cipher. Perhaps this one should have just stayed in its wrapping paper.
Deeper in the darkness you